Transitioning over, I want to get your prediction on a few fights coming up. First off, this Spence versus Porter fight. How do you see it, Jesse?
I see it a good, entertaining welterweight matchup. I'm rocking with my guy, Shawn Porter.
How does Shawn do it? And how difficult of a fight do you think it will be?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one for both fighters. He needs to know how to switch up his style. You know, sometimes be aggressive and fight him in the inside. Other times he needs to box and move around and just confuse the younger Spence. You know, he used to move around, use his experience and speed and power, knowing how to mix it up. I think just being versatile, that's his key.
The winner is, I guess, in the running to fight Manny Pacquiao. Do you think either or fighter beats Manny, or from what we saw with Manny and Thurman, Manny has a really good shot at beating either or?
I think Manny's still in there strong. I mean, Manny's going strong. I think you saw that against Thurman. I said that Pacquiao would win that fight, and he did. But it was very entertaining because Thurman was in the fight each and every round. You know, each and every round was very competitive. He was in it, and I give Thurman credit. I mean, Pacquiao is just one of the phenomenals, man. That shit, I don't know how he does it. Excuse my language, but I don't know how he does it at 40 years old and still being able to perform at that level using his strength, speed. You know, usually the strength is the last thing a fighter loses, but the speed is the first thing he loses. But this man here is actually becoming faster, it seems like. So it's impressive. It's impressive, and you know, I'm glad that I was able to share the ring with Manny Pacquiao. I gained a lot of experience from it, made me a better fighter, and he's still going strong, and he would match up well against any welterweight in the division.
Do you personally still want to see him fight? I know a lot of people have mentioned that they would rather see Manny leave on a high note, beating a young guy like Thurman. You know, they're worried that, you know, the longer he fights, maybe he might get damaged a little bit. Do you think he should keep going, in your personal opinion? Would you like to see him keep fighting?
I would definitely like to see him keep fighting. I mean, I'm a boxing fan, but I'm in love with the sport, whether it's as a spectator or being a fighter. You know, more than anything, I prefer to be inside this ring. You know, that's my number one priority, and being able to give them entertainment. But I also respect other fighters who are very talented, such as Manny Pacquiao. And for that reason, I wouldn't want to see him retire just yet. I think he still has a couple fights left in him. I'd say 2 more fights and then just definitely call it quits. I mean, he has a whole country to provide for. You know, he does a lot for his country of the Philippines. And I think that's why he continues to do it. He has a reason to continue to push forward. You know, he's expressed that before. You know, he feels that God gave him this ability to use for something positive, and that's to take care of his village, you know, his country. And I have respect, nothing but respect for him for that same reason. I mean, you have to admire someone who is fighting for his people.
This rematch talk with Floyd, you know, the first fight disappointed a lot of fans because it was just dominant from Floyd. And they're talking about maybe we might see it. Would you want to see a Mayweather Pacquiao too? And if so, is it any different of a fight in your opinion, Jesse?
I mean, you have to keep in mind that my answer is going to come from. I gave you my input on Manny Pacquiao, but now Floyd is different because I have a closer relationship with him, and I would have to say that I wouldn't like to see that fight because I like for him to stay retired, you know, with his undefeated record and not blemish it. I mean, he retired on a good note, and respects to him. I think that he accomplished the most you can accomplish in this amazing sport. You know, becoming one of the fighters who has made the most money in the sport, and among several other things. I mean, retiring undefeated, I'd like to see him retired.
I'm gonna get
and if he does come back, well then I'd say, hey dude, let's make a fight between you and I then, dog. Like, what's up?
Get that money, get the bag, right?
And I have respect for him, and I wouldn't like to see him come back.